Welcome back to BRMC's Healthy Connections. Becky and I were talking about the volunteer opportunities at the hospital and in the surrounding areas, because you're over at the Bargain Box, and also over in Flippin, the Flippin Bargain Box, the Pika Boutique down on the square in Mountain Home. Volunteers could certainly be used in any of those places. And then you also mentioned the 4 community houses. I know that the Pites Cancer Support House has over 50 active volunteers. And what they're doing is, because the Pites Cancer Support House is open Monday through Friday 9 to 4, to use this as an example, the volunteers come in different days, different times, and kind of break it up into small blocks, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
And Regina Ellis does a great job managing the volunteers and getting them engaged.
Coordinator's coordinator.
Exactly, exactly. And then, one of the things, we're always looking for ways to, new things to bring volunteers in. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was a Mended Hearts program that the Maruck Family Center on Aging is trying to get started. And we're having our first meeting of that, the informational meeting, and that is on Thursday, May the 19th at 1:30 in the Maruck Family Center on Aging. Right. So we really wanted to let the folks know about that.
Right. And I was going to just add a little bit more to that. What this is, the Mended Hearts is a national program, and they'd like to get a chapter started here. The gentleman that has been the catalyst for all this, I don't think Les would mind my mentioning his name whatsoever, Les Stevens, suffered a heart attack and realized how important it will be to comfort and coach those who may have a surgery coming up for their heart, that are fearful, that kind of thing. So it's the old adage of, they've had those that have had heart attacks have had the experience and can then comfort those that are in our hospital that may be getting ready to go through some sort of a heart procedure. So if this is something that you're interested in, if you've suffered a heart attack and you'd like to give back to the community and want to come in, and there's a special training program that you need to go through, primarily a lot of it's going to be being trained to listen to the patient. What are their fears? What are their concerns? Is there information you can give them to quiet some of those fears? So it's a wonderful program. That's something to check into. So that once again is going to be at the Maruck Family Center on Aging on Thursday, May 19th at 1:30. Okay.
So we're excited about this new program.
Okay. What else? What else got going on?
I just need to brag a little bit about our volunteers.
Oh, good.
North Central District meeting we had, I believe it was in April 21st, I believe we went to our meeting, and that's, we're part of the Arkansas Hospital Auxiliary Association.
Okay.
We're one of 63 hospitals in the state.
Okay.
And then we're broken up into districts, and we're one of 8 hospitals in the North Central District.
Okay.
And they give out an award if we enter to win. We have a program at the Maruck Family Center on Aging, which is their self-defense class that Paul Maruck teaches.
Sure.
And we entered that program into the North Central District's Community Service Award, and we won this year.
Congratulations.
So,
I didn't know that one.
Yes, so we're excited about that, and I wanted to brag a little bit about that. And then also, some of the things that we've got coming up, I told you one of the missions of the auxiliaries to do some fundraising, and we've got coming up May 10th and 11th in our Loggerboard Dining Room, a $5 jewelry sale.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, those are fun.
If we can maybe come in on this, I don't know if you can or not, but what I'm wearing right here was from the last $5 auxiliary sale that you had at the hospital, and this is open to the public.
Yes.
So the public's welcome to come on in, come into the Lagerborg dining room is right near the cafeteria, right off the cafeteria. You can't miss it. Somebody will direct you, but there'll be huge signs and you'll see lots of people shopping. But this particular badge holder. I have had more compliments on this, and I said, well, I got it at the auxiliary for $5.
So, and we've got sales throughout the year, just about a sale every month. I've got a little bookmark, and we try to have those at the sale so you can pick one up at the sale.
Oh, good.
That tells you what sale is coming up and when, and just want to put a plug in there for May the 10th and 11th in the Lagerborg Dining Room at the hospital.
Okay, what's coming up after that, just so I know?
We've got a book sale in June 7th and 8th,
okay.
And in July we have a handbag sale and accessory sale. That is on July 5th and 6th, right after the 4th. August we've got an accessory sale again. September we have a linen sale. October we'll have a uniform sale. In November we'll have another book sale. In December we have a jewelry sale, and also in December we have our community Christmas tree, which is that we sell lights for $5 in honor or in memory of someone special. And then we also have our auxiliary gift wrap in December, which is a really fun time.
Yeah.
You bring your gifts in and we'll wrap them for you. And they do a wonderful handcrafted gift wrap, and we're really blessed to have the talents of our volunteers come and share those with us.
I've used those. I know with a lot of the sales that they have, what I really like the most is, well, it's convenient certainly for anyone working at the hospital that we can go in and shop during our lunch hour or break, but it's wonderful that the quality of the vendors that the auxiliaries select to come into the hospital to sell has always been terrific.
Yeah, they're great vendors. They're established and they do a great job for us. And we, again, this is all volunteer driven. Our volunteers set these programs up. Our volunteers man the booth and help the vendors that come in. So again, volunteer opportunities with these little special programs that we have. And going back to volunteer opportunities again in the hospital, we have special programs like the sales, but if there's a special mailing or a special project that someone has an event that's coming up, the volunteers can help with. They're called upon, and again, those special events, one-time event that's going to happen for just one time, and those are again volunteer opportunities that our volunteers can help with.
And those are a lot of fun events.
Yes.
Doing the marketing at the hospital, I know I've got Becky on speed dial to go, I could use a couple volunteers for an upcoming event, and she always comes through for us with wonderful folks that they enjoy it as much as we do. I mean,
absolutely. It's about getting engaged.
They're part of the hospital.
It's about getting engaged in the community, and it's good for your heart. It's good for your health to get out there and volunteer, doing something because you don't have to do it because you want to do it, because you have a passion for it, and that's what volunteering is all about.
And it doesn't matter if you're a little bit shy and you want to be behind the scenes. A couple of people come immediately to mind as volunteers that you rarely see that are integral parts of the hospital, in Central Sterile, for instance.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, there's just so many places where you can put your talents to use, and we really encourage you to do just that. Whatever you've done in your lifetime, bring that experience to the hospital. It really does benefit others more than you possibly know in many cases.
And we really try to work with your schedule, see what kind of skill set you have, and we try to match that skill set with the need that we've got in the hospital at the time. And you know what, it might be not that day that we've got something, but it's something we can put on a needs list and call you and say, I've got something coming up, can you help me with this program?
Right.
So that's what it's about, is getting you engaged with us. Something else I wanted to talk a little bit about is some state projects. Again, with the Arkansas Hospital Auxiliary Association, the auxiliary promotes these projects. One of them is, and I want to look at this, our WHALE, which is We Have a Little Emergency. It's a car seat safety program.
We have a little emergency WHALE.
Yes.
Very cute.
And what it is, it's identification and medical information, not really medical information, but information about a child in a car seat. Should there be an accident, the emergency personnel can find out the information about that child in that car seat, should the adult in the car not be able to communicate.
What a wonderful idea.
Yeah, really great.
We don't always think of that. I know that you just triggered a thought. I know that we just recently had our health fair, our 32nd annual health fair, and every year the ambulance section has what they call the vial of life, and it's a plastic tube, red caps on either end, and inside, and you put down your medications, your allergies, etc., date it, that kind of thing, and you stick it in the freezer, and that way, in the event of a 911 call, the paramedics know immediately where to go or where to look, rather than scurrying all over the house trying to, look at medicine bottles to see what it is that you take because you may be incapacitated. And we don't think of children.
Exactly. When car accidents.
Yeah.
The other thing is we have a HELP program, which is a helmet emergency labeling program. Mm-hmm. And again, there's a sticker that goes on the helmet to remind people, first of all, not to take off a helmet unless you're emergency personnel. Mm-hmm. And then again, information about that person wearing that helmet, children that are skateboarding or riding bicycles, right, because they may not be able to communicate.
Correct.
So that's another program that we promote. And then Medical Alert, which is, that is also a not-for-profit organization, and we promote their bracelets. Again, it's a service that they provide. It's not really a bracelet, but we promote that service because it's, should you have to go into the emergency room, they've got all the information. If they notice that bracelet that you've got on or that necklace, that piece of jewelry, emergency personnel are trained to call that 800 number and find out your most up-to-date health information.
Wonderful.
Also. So those are programs that we promote through the auxiliary. And if you want more information about it, they can call the Volunteer Services Office, 508-1064, and we'll be happy to get that information to you, our packets of information on those programs.
I know with when you talked about the helmet program, too, for the kids, we've got a trauma designation for the hospital in general. We're going to need more volunteers down the road because we're getting ready to do a sticker program for adults that are motorcycle riders to have the same thing on their helmets, so that our paramedics and EMTs are all trained not to take a helmet off, but they may not be the first ones on the scene.
Exactly.
So that's why we're going to be need more volunteers. Come on, we need you to come on down and join the auxiliary at Baxter Regional Medical Center Hospital. It just is something that we need. We need more of.
And we're blessed. We really have a great, generous community willing to use their time and talents with us. We are a large organization, probably the largest in this part of the state, but we are the largest hospital auxiliary in the state of Arkansas. But we need more because, like I said, it depends on what season of life you're in. And
sure,
we have volunteers that come and they're here for their season, and then they'll have to leave for whatever reason, and so we've got an opening. Like I said, it changes every day, and so I've got a needs list that's pretty long right now. So,
well, Becky, I want to thank you very much for joining us today. Becky Rose, Director of Volunteer Services. And how can people reach you again?
We're on the website, the hospital website, right, baxterregional.org, or they could call us at 508-1064.
1064. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back with you next week, and to learn more about what's going on in your hospital. Thanks for joining us.